Bombshell tonight, Torrance, California. A young dad of 3 outside working on the car comes inside to find his 3 little daughters dead in bed with mommy clutching a knife. Straight out to Larry Altman, reporter with the Daily Breeze, joining me in Torrance. Larry, what happened?
Well, right now the detectives are still trying to figure that out, but at some point yesterday, the mother called her mother to say she was going crazy. And at some point while the children's father was across the street working on his pickup truck, she's allegedly stabbed all 3 children. The grandmother arrived at the house. She went inside and discovered everybody covered with blood.
Larry, I'm overwhelmed. With me, Larry Altman from the Daily Breeze. Also with us tonight, special guest Ashley Madrid, the next-door neighbor of the mom accused of killing her 3 daughters. Miss Madrid, thank you for being with us.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Prior to this incident, I mean, you've been living beside them for some time. Prior to this incident, did the mom, Carol Coronado, ever appear insane to you?
Never. Completely opposite of what happened yesterday. I mean, I've seen her running with them, playing, kissing them, very happy.
You know, with me is the next-door neighbor, Ashley Madrid, joining me from Torrance. How long had you lived next to them?
I've lived here for 10 years. They've lived there for about 4 to 5 years.
So for 5 years, you've lived next to them, and she never exhibited any signs of mental illness or insanity?
Nothing at all. I mean, they lived there for about 2 years before they even had children.
Now, I'm looking at the various selfies she's taken of herself. She's a gorgeous young lady, I believe 30 years old. Let me ask you this. What were your communications with her? How often did you speak to her or see her?
It would be if I'm coming home and parking my car, and if she was outside with the kids, we would exchange hellos and stories, you know, about our children. I saw her at the grocery store a few times.
So she would actually tell you stories about her children, like what?
Just like how, you know, how they grow so fast, and just how she says she loves being a mother. And I would explain how old my kids were and their names and vice versa. And if we were outside, our kids would talk and play through the fence with each other.
A mom of 3, everyone, has been found in bed with her 3 children, all girls, dead. Mommy clutching a knife. With me, her next-door neighbor, Ashley Madrid. Miss Madrid, what happened the day of the killings? What do you recall?
I wasn't home all day. I had just got home, and I was picking up my house, and I heard it sounded like, oh my God, a scream. So I looked outside of my window, and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anybody, so I continued cleaning. And then my mother-in-law came in crying and said that the children's grandmother said they were dead. They're gone. So I ran outside, and I asked the grandmother, are they okay? And she said, no, they're in heaven. They're dead. And she was on the phone calling the police, and the mother told me she had just talked to her earlier today, and so she said she was going crazy and that she lost it. And the police came, and they brought the father out, and he was screaming, she killed my daughters. And then like 2 minutes later, they brought her out in handcuffs. She was naked with no clothes, and she had like a comforter wrapped around her, held by police. And I could see the blood smears all over her face and arms and legs. And she was just stone-faced.